I read everyone.
Less than $1,000.
Guilty.
And by pleading guilty, do you understand you're giving up your right to a trial and won't get it back if you change your mind?
Yes, ma'am.
You won't be able to appeal your conviction. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And this is a Class B non-person misdemeanor with a tag designating it as domestic violence. Do you understand that as well?
Yes, ma'am.
And have you talked with the attorney about what all that means?
Yes, ma'am.
And knowing this, you still want to pursue a guilty plea admitting criminal damage to property?
Yes, ma'am.
And as your attorney said, and as the charging document says, the property damaged was a shower curtain and rod in which Linda Masters, that is your wife, had an interest without her consent?
Yes, ma'am.
And the value of that curtain rod or that shower curtain and rod was under $1,000?
Yes, ma'am.
And this got damaged while you and your wife are in the middle of some kind of fight. Is that true?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
And she didn't give you permission to damage it?
No, ma'am.
All right. I find that you have knowingly and voluntarily entered this plea with a factual basis. The victim has been notified of the dismissal of count 1 domestic battery, Miss Norris?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I will find you guilty, as I said, of count 2 and dismiss count 1 on motion of the state for plea agreement. And your sentence will be a suspended 6 months. That is the maximum allowed by law. And where do you work, Mr. Masters?
MBR.
What is that?
Masters Basement Repairs. I own a company.
Is that the same one your dad and uncle used to own?
No,
right?
ma'am.
That's different.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
It's fine.
So this one you're the boss on, you're the owner?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you keep busy with that, I presume?
Oh, yes. Especially lately with all the rains.
Okay. And do you have children?
Yeah, I have 4 sons.
Okay. And how long have you and your wife been together?
13 years.
So she's the mother of these 4 sons?
No, ma'am. I have 3 from my previous marriage, and she has 1 from her previous relationship.
What's their age range?
13, 16, 17, and 19.
Okay.
18 and 19, I'm sorry.
All right. Well, at this time, counsel, had you proposed any fines for this? That wasn't mentioned in the agreement?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to order a $200 fine. You are going to have to pay $100 to the Domestic Violence Fund to go to the aid of helping victims in domestic violence. Your court costs are $158. Your probation supervision is $60. You're not on probation for anything else, are you?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Is this your first crime?
No, second.
No. How old are you?
I am 38. I'll be 38 in August.
Okay. All right. And you will have a 12-month reporting probation, 12 months. Contact probation as soon as we're through here at 316 321, no, it's 316-322-4153. I am going to order that you get a certified domestic violence offender assessment and pay for the costs of that. Call and schedule that within the next 14 days, and you must comply with that. Regardless of the outcome of that, unless it ends up the recommendation is conflicting with what you're doing now, I will order that you continue your current therapy. Is that for anger management, for couples? What type of therapy are you doing?
It's both.
Okay, good. That's a sign you'll probably be quite successful on your probation. And when you do the evaluation, it may just recommend that you keep up what you're doing. But if you're not honest on that, you're wasting your money and time, because if you want to be helped, as I want you to be, so that you never get caught in this position again, you really need to be honest so they can make the appropriate recommendations. But it sounds like if you're doing couples, that'll help her as well.
Yes, ma'am.
And let's see. How soon can you pay the money due, which looks like it's about 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe about 5/18 or so.
I can pay it now.
All right.
Whenever I need to.
All right. If you can, Mr. Jensen, you're in your El Dorado office?
Yes.
If you can walk across the courthouse and pay that now, that'd be fine. Otherwise, we'll need to get the journal entry filed first, and that might take a week or so. I would, I'll give you 2 weeks to pay, 14 days. But if you could pay today, that would be one less issue. Also, I said call court services. You might just go by their office while you're in the courthouse. They're
Yes,
just down the hall, as you may or may not know. Normally, I'd be talking about contact, but it sounds like that has not been an issue, so I will leave it as is. Anything else, Mr. Jensen?
No, Your Honor. I believe that is a complete record.
All right. Ms. Norris, anything the state would like to address?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll be in recess on Masters. And Mr. Andrews, you are here for
Kristen Huerta, Your Honor.
2 cases on Kristen Huerta. On the record in both 22 CR 458 and 24 CR 524, each captioned State of Kansas versus Kristen Nicole Huerta. Please announce appearances.
Jerry Gear on behalf of the state.
Joshua Andrews on behalf of Kristen Huerta, who is also present for the Zoom call.
Where is she?
She's in Butler County Detention, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. And Mr. Tony Bauer, CSO2, is present, I believe.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll be covering this case.
And Your Honor, I could give you an update on where we're at. Ms. Huerta is still awaiting a bed in Larned for competency restoration. So with regard to the cases, I think we have to set them over in order to wait for the competency restoration to take place. But in the meantime, my client is requesting the court modify her bonds to $750 cash or surety bond per case, which would be a total of $1,500 cash or surety bond. If the court were to grant this request, she has advised me she would be able to bond out. She would live in Wichita, either in her own apartment once she's able to obtain one, or with Danielle Howe, who is her son's aunt, in Wichita until such time as she obtains her own apartment. She would agree to bond supervision, which she would be on supervision through the probation case already. So,
All right, let's talk about that. The hearing for Christopher Masters in front of Judge Webster was one of those courtroom moments where the legal system tries to offer structure, accountability, and maybe a little personal growth while still keeping things moving. Masters pled guilty to a single count of criminal damage to property under $1,000, downgraded from a domestic battery charge as part of a plea agreement. The damage, a shower curtain and rod, admittedly broken during a dispute with his wife, Linda. What stood out here wasn't the severity of the charge, it's what followed. Judge Webster made sure every step of the plea was understood, from the legal waiver of rights to the financial consequences. And she didn't rush it. She asked clear questions, listened to the answers, and ensured there was a factual basis. For the plea, when Masters said yes, ma'am, for the 5th or 6th time, it was clear he was taking it seriously, even if he was nervous. Now, Judge Webster, well, she was in full command of the courtroom. As always, her tone was calm, but firm, and she took time to ask about Masters' background. Turns out, he runs his own basement repair business, keeps busy with post-drain flooding jobs, and is balancing fatherhood with a blended family of 4 sons. He's also already in therapy, both couples and anger management, which earned a nod of approval from the judge. Instead of lecturing him, she simply said it's a sign he'll probably be successful on probation, as long as he's honest in the domestic violence offender assessment she ordered. No grandstanding, just a straightforward expectation that honesty is the best chance at real progress. The sentence was a suspended 6 months, with 12 months of contact probation, fines totaling just over $500, and a strong encouragement to pay it immediately if possible, which, to his credit, he said he could do. The atmosphere in the courtroom was professional but not cold. Prosecutor Norris kept it to the point, and defense attorney Mr. Jensen handled the details efficiently. Nobody was flustered, and there wasn't any unnecessary drama. It was one of those hearings where everything went the way it should. A plea, made knowingly, a judge who showed fairness without losing focus, and a defendant who seemed ready to move forward. There were even little human moments like Judge Webster learning that Masters runs his own company and reminiscing about a different Masters business she thought might be related. Small, real exchanges that make the system feel less mechanical and more human. So while this hearing won't go viral or spark debate, it was a solid example of the court doing its job well, balancing accountability with a genuine interest in rehabilitation. And honestly, sometimes that's the most refreshing thing to see. If you found this hearing insightful, consider subscribing, hitting the bell, and letting me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every one.